A petition has been started to have the result of the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Championship deciding 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix reversed. I just checked it. It's got about 100,000 signatures, and I hate to break it to whoever's running this petition. It's never going to work. I'm sure they know that. They're just trying to rile up a bit of a storm, which is fair enough, but F1 will never listen to this. You know, it's done. It's put away with, as far as they're concerned. Whether you think what happened in Abu Dhabi was right or wrong, it was better for F1 than Max winning the championship the right way or Lewis winning the championship the right way. Because as much controversy as this event has created for F1, it's meant so much publicity that it's actually been a brilliant thing for the sport and for their finances and for the trajectory of the sport and bringing fans in who are delighted to hear about championship deciding controversy between two big stars. It's kind of all F1 could have dreamed of, really, and I don't think they look at it at all as... there might be some figures in F1 who think, it's damaged the integrity of the sport and it was a big mess and it was embarrassing. But I think the overarching thing from Liberty particularly, and I think from Stefano, who is really only an extension of Liberty, I think they will actually love it and be grateful for it, because that season itself brought so many new fans in. But if that season had wrapped up with Lewis crossing the line 10, 12 seconds or however much he was ahead of Max, great, we had a great season. It finished off, Lewis won the championship, well done. And I think then that's the end of it. And those fans that came along for that season, that wonderful season, and everyone was watching that last race. I know people who've never watched an F1 lap in their life who tuned in for that race. They would have said at the end of that race, brilliant, nice one, okay, well done, Lewis Hamilton. But they didn't. Most of them didn't. And most of them went on a deep dive for about a month into all the rules, all the regulations, why this controversy happened, why it shouldn't have happened, what the reasons were that it did happen. So it was brilliant in that respect. And it let people in to what I believe is the sport, the mainstream sport in the world that has the most scope for controversy and different things happening and things happening that have never, ever, ever happened before every single season. It's the only sport to me that has that potential, that capability to absolutely melt your brain, even if you've been watching it for 50 years. So it let people into that, whether it was the right thing to happen or not, which I think most of us know it wasn't how the race should have gone, right? It wasn't how the race should have gone. This petition won't work because F1, they never admit when they're wrong, firstly, and they like money, and it opens up a can of worms. If this petition was to affect the way F1 moved forward, or let's say they came back and changed their decision, it opens a massive can of worms to every single person who's finished in second place or third place to come along and say, oh, well, in this race, in this season, the person who won the championship did this and it wasn't penalised at the time and it should have been, and it should be reversed. And there's probably 20 or 30 seasons where someone could make a very light case, but the cases will be made. I mean, look at Felipe Massa. Felipe Massa wants Formula One to overturn the result of the 2008 World Championship because of Crashgate, which was an incident that happened at the Singapore Grand Prix. If this petition worked, they would be destroying themselves. They'd be destroying themselves. And look, I don't think we're kidding ourselves, and no one's thinking that this is actually going to work, or even, I'm sure Stefano has seen this petition and gone, and that was it, and just closed it. So yeah, that's it really on this one. Interesting, fair play, people standing up for what they believe in, has to be admired, and 100,000 people to sign a petition is a lot of people. So congrats on that, I suppose. And yeah, that's all I have to say on this one. So thanks a million for watching. See you in the next one.